Alright, I think we're up. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. Today I'm going to run a flight from San Francisco to Los Angeles. I did a flight from LA into San Francisco last night. We're going to do a United Airlines flight, Flight 457 on the way back. They did this in an hour and 28 minutes. We'll see just how close we can come to that. I'm having another look at my night lighting edits that I've been working on. And there's a link below if you want to grab them and try them. Anyway, aircraft's cold and dark. I basically just got in here with the paperwork, so let's get going. DC battery selected to bat. DC battery switch is on guarded. Standby power is auto guarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Hydraulic pumps electric 2 and 1 are off. Landing gears down. We have 3 green and 3 green on the aft overhead. Weather radar is set to test. Master caution reset. Fault in op test. And overheat 5 test.
Heavy, looking to pick up IFR to Mike
Okay,
Romeo.
ground power is available. We're going to get on ground, confirm with the AC selector. Let's get set for unconditioned air right now. Galley power is on. We'll align our IRS. Emergency exit lights are armed. And let's just cycle that trim air. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. Let's enter our position. Alright, we are at KSFO. What the GPS is picking up. So what do we have here? The GPS is pretty close to what is in the database for this airport, so we don't have an issue there. Alright, flaps are up, and showing up. Let's give them the logo and position lights. Let's get a little pressure in here for the brakes.
Clear to Liberia in the truck in 2 departure. Radar vectors truck in, then is filed runway 28 left. Initial climb and maintain 3000. Departure 120.9er. Squawk 6746, Walker 2582 heavy.
Alright, that should take care of the originator flight. Let's have a look at that. Originator checklist.
I couldn't find that checklist, Captain.
Really?
Could you specify which one you need?
Originator.
Originator. Dispatch load sheet.
Dispatch load sheet on board checked.
Fuel pump switches.
Fuel pump switches are set to off.
Wipers.
Wipers are set to park.
Hydraulic pumps.
Electric pumps 2 and 1 are off. Set.
Landing gear lever.
Landing gear lever is down. 3 greens.
Weather radar.
Weather radar set to test.
Originator checklist complete.
Alright, we'll move on to the pre-flight next. And let me have you. Alright, let's move on to the pre-flight. Leading edge devices test. Service interphone is off. Reversers are extinguished. EEC switches are on guarded. Crew oxygen is 13,000. Passenger oxygen is normal guarded. Flight recorder test is normal guarded. Let's just check that right now. It is off, and that is looking pretty good. Mach speed test 1 and 2. Too early for stall warning. We'll come back to that. 3 green on the landing gear. PSEU is out. Let's check our oxygen flow. Oxygen flow is good. Lights test.
Correct, approach in whiskey, enter in the line option, we 11 report ready for departure.
Approach in whiskey, we enter in the line up on next call ready for departure, runway 11, 318.
Flight 320, request flight 340, advise 71.
Zibo 171, climb initiating flight level 320. Copy opposite direction, traffic.
I'll have you here and that there.
Type Airbus 333. Presently maintaining flight level 390. Expected time of crossing at 1.
Alright, lights test is good. Alright, flight controls A and B are on guarded, alternate flaps are off guarded, spoilers A and B are on guarded. Your dampers on, VHF nav is normal, IRS is normal, FMC is normal, source selectors auto control panel is normal, fuel temperatures 20. Fuel pump switches are off, crossfeed check. It's good, AC/DC panel is set, galley power is on, equipment cooling supply and exhaust is normal, emergency exit lights are on, no smoking seatbelt signs on. Window heat, we'll run the overheat test. And TAT test. Wing and engine any ISO off. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. 3 entranceways are open. Test on the flight data recorder. Pressurization panels all zeroed out. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. And let's reset the master. We're set for unconditioned air right now. Overheat test. Alright, today's ride is 33. And we'll check our outflow valve. Alright, that is set. Our lights are good. Alright, let's do ATIS clearance and program the flight management computer. ATIS is 113.7. And that frequency we do not get. So I wonder if we're going to get, let's see.
Altitude.
All right.
And flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions.
It's showing the incorrect frequency. It's showing a frequency that's out of range. It's showing an ATIS frequency of 113.7. But the comm radios don't go that low. So we're actually picking this up on 118.85. So that's something that would be nice if they can get that figured out. I thought they had that fixed though.
Wind 210 at 11 gusting
Right,
17.
and it's India now.
10. Few at 700. Broken at 2200.
Alright, the winds changed. They were 190 at 13. Let's see. Alright, we got 28 left on the way out.
Density altitude 300.
210 at 11.
Rubber removal operations ongoing. Expect possible delays in some areas.
29.99.
Course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested.
29.99.
Read back all runway and hold short instructions.
Alright, that's cross-checked.
Advise on initial contact. You have information India.
That was 210 at 11, so that
San
changed as
Francisco
well.
International Airport. Information India.
Alright, and we've got India. Now let's go to clearance. Clearance.
Right. 28 left.
Do they have clearance here?
11 gusting 17.
Nope. Alright, we'll go to
Visibility
ground.
10.
San Francisco ground, good evening, United 457. Looking for IFR clearance as filed to Los Angeles with India.
United 457, cleared to Los Angeles via the West LaFive departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Expect flight level 33010 minutes after departure. Departure on 120.9er. Squawk 1411. Expect runway 28 left.
I'll clear to Los Angeles via the West LaFive departure, that is filed. Climb and maintain 3000, expect flight level 330 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 120.9, squawk 1411, and we can expect runway 28 left on the way out for United 457. Almost forgot what we were there. Alright, that's looking good. Let's get our ride in here. San Francisco to KLAX. And we're going to go bring that up. Alright, LAX, this is United Airlines Flight UAL 457. Right. And we have West LaFive to Sussy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
West
aboard
LaFive
United
to
Airlines
Sussy, and we've got 28
Departing
left
San
on the way
Francisco
out.
International Airport and heading to Los Angeles International
Okay.
Airport.
In the LA, we've got Iron Man 2.
And stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any
Alright, that was going to be
please don't
Burglar.
hesitate to reach out to any member.
And we're going to do 25 left because we have Terminal 7, Gate 70 Alpha. So we're going to come into 25 left. Normally they would come into 24, right? But that just means that much less of a taxi.
radar contact, descend to flight level 160.
Alright, and that was...
Descending down now to flight level 160.
Alright, let's take a look at today's ride. Alright, Westler, Porte, Sussy, eBay. Alright, so we need E-B-A-Y-E, is it?
123.1, bye-bye.
Yep.
123.1, Emirates, 124.
eBay.
Battery
And Burglar.
radar contact, Metel level 410.
Do it, Crowley, Muppet. M-Dot's Gripper should be next. Biking, Running, Iron Man. Simone, Base, Juice, Cliffy. Deja. That takes us to Gadu, right? Gadu. Then we're going to... Let's see, I wonder if that's in here. Alright. And that was you. And then one day... Let's have a look at some charts, take a look at some restrictions now. Oh, hey, John. Hope you're having a good one. Trying to get a quick ride in here. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, trying to get it in before my wife gets back. I don't know if that's going to happen. But she knows when I fly because she gets an alert on her phone. So when I go on YouTube, she gets an alert, so she knows whenever I'm in here. So I'm not going to get away with anything, but hopefully I'll be done before she gets back. All right, San Francisco, let's take a look at the SID. What did we have here? Westler 5. All right, so we've got 520, then we're into Westler, 230, above 20. That's already in. We're into Porte, and then we're into Sussy, right? Out to eBay, that takes care of the SID. Let's take a look at LA. And LA, we had Iron Man 2. Get picked up at Burglar. Do it. Crowley, they want us between 26 and 29. That's in. Mupp, it's going to be 280 between 23 and 27. That's looking good. M-Dots between 20 and 24. Gripper between 19 and 23. Biking between 16 and 20. Run 14 and 17. And we're in the Iron Man. That's between 12 and 16. And we're going to Simone. They want us 250 knots between 12 and 13. Then we're into Base. Based, the 240 above 9. That is in. Juice is between 8 and 9. That looks good. Cliffy between 7 and 8. We're going to slow to 210. Deja, 210 at 6. Then we're into Gadu. Gadu is going to be 6. And then from there, we're going to pick up the approach. So, that is looking pretty good. Let's come back to San Francisco. And they're using 28 left and 28 right. We'll get that in next. Alright, that's all looking pretty good. Let's get our weight and all that good stuff in here. Today's ride. Payload. Our fuel this run is going to be 15.5. And our payload is going to be 34.7. Alright, that gives us a zero fuel weight of 129.8, 28.2 on the CG. Let that finish loading up. And that looks good. Alright, let's come back to the load data sheet. The CI is going to be 18 on the course index. Alright, zero fuel weight is in. Our final reserve is going to be 5909. That's going to be 6.0. Course index is 18. Top of climb, let's get our winds. 222 at 80. Oh, gotta do that first. We're at 330 this ride. Yes, yes. Right, and we are 222.80.
Emirates 60, contact 123.1.
The OAT is going to be 10. We don't have to worry about any ice this run if we run into some weather. We're not going to derate the engines. CG was 28.2. I said this is a flaps 5 takeoff, trims 427. All right, and we have a downslope. Downslope of 0, not much, 0.1, heading 284. And the winds are 210 and 11. Okay, we've got an engine out of a buck 47. Alright, let's get our descent forecast set up in here. Top of descent, what are we looking at right now? Top of descent, we're looking at 10. And on the back end right now it's 30.03. That could change. And again, we don't have to worry about any ice. We are at 33,000 this run. So we'll put in 20,000. 15,000. 10,000 on the descent. And we're looking at 20,236 at 35. 15,235 at 18. And at 10, we're looking at 258.11. And let's go grab our cruise winds now. So we're looking at Sussy. They should be 227.79.
Emirates 90, contact 123.1 by Salama.
eBay 229 at 76. Burglar 229.76 again. Do it 233.75. And that's pretty much it. Let's have a quick peek here, make sure we didn't screw anything up.
Emirates 148, good evening, Sunway 370.
Emirates 148, good evening, radar contact, maintain flight level 370.
Emirates 148.
Up and around. Absolutely beautiful. And then the hold. Alright, that looks good. Alright, FMC is done. Let's get the pedestal done now. We don't need the load data sheet anymore. Let's bring up the charts. 7:30 for you? Oh yeah, see, it's 10 to 3. When you're 4 hours ahead of us, 5 hours ahead of us. Alright, San Francisco, they're using 28 left and right. Right is for the way in, so let's get that in. So if we have to come back, this is already done. I'm here by myself, so decision height is going to be a deuce. Deuce.
Etihad 53 Sierra, direct Lonos.
Direct Lonos, Etihad 53 Sierra, thank you.
That's cross-checked. And we are looking at 284. That must have been from last night's ride. 111.7. So we're good here. Good here. We've got ground towers 120.5. They gave us departure on 120.9. Oh, that's in already, and that's set. Alright, that's all good. Alright, we'll take terrain, position, data, airport, and station. I'm on the master. You're on the slave. You can have weather, station, airport, data, and position. Okay, and we are looking at 284. And we're cleared up to 3. Okay, so that is all set. My clock is good. Nose wheel steering is normal guarded. Let's just check out displays. And you're not going to see the lower one because of say intentions. Alright, primary flight display, artificial horizon is level, ground speed 045 on the speed tape, V1's 136, 147 on the engine out, 284 is the initial heading. We've got a decision height of 200 if we have to come back, local pressure is 29.99. We're cleared up to 3, I've got terrain on the nav display. And 2999 on the standby gauge. And want to set auto speed reference, set auto, reset the fuel flow, and the auto brake selector is set to rejected takeoff. We are set here. We've got a clean board. Let's let that run amok. And check the bottles. The bottles are full. Cargo test. That's done. Window heat test is done. Let's just check the stall warning here. And stall warning test is good. Alright, let's get this test done. Let's get the doors buttoned up. Let's get ready to get out of here. 5 hours plus. Yeah, John. Yeah, you're a little later than we are. Alright, that's all buttoned up. And no fuel in the center tank. Let's get on APU.
Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain.
So in the real world, United did this ride in 1 hour and 28 minutes, flight 457. So we'll see how close we come to that. And the systems test. We'll do the long test. Waiting on the APU now. Brake pressure is good. Let's get the chocks out.
Pull up. Don't sink. Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flat. Too low. Terrain. Flight slow.
In the UK, yeah. Alright, APU is up. Let's get on APU. We've got juice. Let's get set for the APU. Dual is looking pretty good. Let's get disconnected from the gate. Let's call for push. And let me have that shot now. We got 2-8 left on the way out. We're in Terminal 3.
Wind shear. Too low. Terrain.
Gate Echo 5. Depending on where you look. It's also gate 61 or 62.
Ready to connect.
Alright, we're all buttoned up.
Ahead. Pull up.
Convoy 51267.
1267.
Another hot day here in Boca. But I'm in the garage with air conditioning and a dehumidifier going. My other dehumidifier on the GE finally burnt out. I picked up, was it Meaty? It's like a black box. This thing works great. I haven't seen the humidity jump from 30 since I put it in here. The other one wouldn't keep up. We got rainstorms, it would jump up to 45, 50. This, it was pouring out, and this thing sat at 30. This thing works great.
Connected and bypassed in service. Release parking brake.
Alright, we are good to go. San Francisco ground, good evening, United 457 with you, Terminal 3, Gate Echo 5, ready for push and start with India.
United 457, push and start approved, tail southwest.
Hey, there's that JX. It's hard for me to see that text, it's small. Looks like it says JX. Okay, so we are good to go. Let's get that clock going. And let's release the brake.
And you may start engine.
Alright, packs are off. Pressure's good. Anti-collision lights coming on. We're starting too. And again, I'm running my own night lighting edits here in X-Plane, along with Fly with Lua. I made a few changes again. Want to see what they look like. So if you don't like them, that's on me. I'm using my own edits. I wasn't crazy about X-Plane's lighting.
India 158, good afternoon. Out of 11,600, climbing flight level 170.
India 158, good morning. I'll be back. Contact continue, comfort level 350. Just to verify this is your final level request.
So final level request is 350, sir. Express India 158.
Okay, India 152, comfort level 350. And will you have a second? Let me know which is the level you will be leveled by our staff.
Roger, sir.
Alright, 2 is stable, locked at idle. Gen 2, we've got juice, isolation valve is closed, right back to auto, pressure's good, starting 1.
contact tower 123 مع السلامة 123 مع السلامة 123
That's Alpha Yankee Yankee 131. Overhead rail car turning to the north, task me next.
Roger, continue to task me.
Escalate.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, 1 is stable, locked at idle. Gen 1, we've got juice, probes are on, hydraulics, left pack, isolation valve, APU, and we've got a clean board. So far, so good. Oh, AI, I didn't see you sneak in here, brother. How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one, as well as everyone else. Air Marshal's gonna get you, man.
Disconnected. Anti-tap pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Descending 7,000 feet 1019 and request runway 33 left, please.
Alright, there goes a tow. This is the only light I've not been able to figure out on the Zibo mod is the taxi light. It's just way overpowering. I've not been able to figure it out. I believe he uses version 10 of X-Plane's lights instead of using V12 with the CD and all that stuff. Makes it a little bit more difficult to get set up here. You're coming on, you're coming off test, you're going to TA. Let's have a peek. That's all looking pretty good. Now, let's run through these 2 checklists and see if they're going to work correctly with, say, intentions. Let's see if that's going to run. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight. Oxygen.
Oxygen checked and tested. This is say intentions checklist that I put together. Nav transfer switches set to normal.
Display switches.
Display switch is set to auto normal.
Window heat.
Window heat switch is set to on.
Pressurization mode selector.
Check, set to auto.
Parking brake.
Parking brake is set. Now this would have been done before we did the start levers. Engine start levers set to cutoff. Alright, let's do pushback now.
Okay, let me know when it's set.
Set. I gotta take a look at that last one. They got that right. They got that wrong last time as well. Pushback checklist.
Pushback.
1230.
Flight deck door.
Flight deck door closed and locked. Set.
Fuel pump switches.
Fuel pump switches set to on.
Flight level 340.
I think she takes a nap here. Or she didn't get that. Fuel pump switch is set to on.
Passenger signs.
Passenger signs are set to on.
Windows.
Check windows closed and locked. Although I don't have any windows.
Mode control panel.
Mode control panel is set. Check.
Takeoff speeds.
V1, VR, and V2 checked. Set.
CDU pre-flight.
Check CDU pre-flight complete.
Module 81, maintain 280.
Maintain 280.
Rudder and aileron trim.
Rudder and aileron trim. Free, set to 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Check taxi takeoff briefing complete.
8570 heavy, maintaining level 320.
Pushback checklist complete.
Okay, 8570.
Alright, now let's check this one now, if I can get it to pop up here. There we go. Let's do taxi checklist. Let's try this one.
Taxi. Engine generations.
Engine generators checked, set.
Flight level 130 requesting further descent.
Probe heat switches.
Probe heat switches set to on.
Anti-ice.
Anti-ice switches set to off.
851, level 170.
Again, the call sign.
Reach 851, level 170.
Isolation valve.
Isolation valve set to auto.
Recall.
Recall check, clean board.
785 point confirm.
Negative, sir. Reach 851.
Auto brake selector.
Auto brake selector set for rejected takeoff.
Engine start selectors.
Check, set, idle, detent.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Confirm this time we are clear direct hatch out third ILS.
Flight controls.
Flight controls check, free and clear.
Ground equipment.
Check, confirm, clear.
Good.
And we're pretty much good to go now, and that's just before takeoff is next.
Checklist complete.
430, approaching.
Easy enough. So that worked pretty well.
Afternoon to you. Hotel Bravo.
Saying tensions is a nice add-on, man. Just adds so much to the immersion factor.
Position Devos, direct housing.
San Francisco ground, good evening, United 457 with you, Terminal 3, Gate Echo 5, ready to taxi to runway 28 left. Should give us 6 Alpha Foxtrot.
United 457, runway 28 left taxi via 6 Alpha Foxtrot.
Yep, okay. I'll clear the taxi to runway 28 left via 6 Alpha Foxtrot, United 457. All right, we're good to go.
So high traffic here 1582, climbing flight level 350, and we estimate by exit to flight level 210, sorry, traffic here 1582.
Alright, that's complete, thank you.
Hope we have a nice view coming into LA. I actually extended the downwind a little bit, so we have a nicer view coming in. We got a nice right-hand turn coming in from Ironman, so we should have a nice view coming into LA.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard United Airlines Flight 457, departing for Los Angeles. Our estimated flight time is...
So run 6 Alpha, and we're going to pick up Alpha right
the
now.
upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for our frequent flyers. Fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and pulling the strap to tighten.
AI aircraft looks pretty smooth.
The seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated.
Not
Please
bad.
return your seatbacks and tray tables to the upright position and open your window blinds for takeoff and landing. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode. Laptops and larger devices should be securely stowed during takeoff.
Alright, we didn't get any holds, so...
Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories. Oxygen masks will drop automatically if needed. Pull the mask firmly. Place it over
Alright, so
your
we're going to
nose
cross
and
one
mouth
left and
and
one
breathe
right.
normally. Secure your own mask.
And we're going to hold short right here on second.
Under your seat. Put it on, pull it over your head, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Special life
We're going to hold
vests for
short.
children are available.
This next one, we got someone on their way out.
Guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. There are 2 exits in the front and 2 in the rear of the aircraft. The nearest exit may be behind you. In case of evacuation, leave all personal belongings behind and follow all crew instructions immediately. If any electronic device becomes hot or catches fire, please inform a crew member immediately. The safety information card in your seat pocket contains all details. Thank you for your attention.
Looks like United. Oh no. A little bit of flicker there on Delta. Alright, they're clear. We're going to cross now.
Good afternoon, Arabia 369 and maintain equator 370, approach 60 knots.
Arabia 369, maintain 370.
We maintain 370, Arabia 369.
Fly 1758, Roger. After London, and on the level 370. After London, land level 370, fly 1758.
Got a nice left-hand turn coming up when we get out of here, so you should have a view actually out my window.
Flight 75 Lima on a heading of 345, climbing 4,000 feet and passing 1,600 feet.
Guided by 75 Lima, radar contact, continue climb, altitude 5,000 feet.
Continue climb, altitude 5,000 feet, guided by 75 Lima.
The clouds are broken, so we should have a nice view on the way out.
991, descend altitude is 5,000.
Descending to 5,000 feet, 991.
Moon is really lighting up those clouds.
3557, عليكم السلام ورحمة
We got this all the way down to Frank.
United 457, contact tower on 120.5, so long.
Contact tower 120.5, United 457. Good night.
Base 57, climb 270. Base 57 from your single ship. Base 57, affirmative.
And we'll go past the ILS mark.
descend already 8,000 feet, cross Narmi 10.
It's the ILS hold.
Hello, 1013.
Okay, already descend 8,000, cross Narmi 10,000, below 101
All right, while they're chatting away, let's bring this up. Actually, let me bring up that other chart first. Westler 5. Close that, and let me have you. We switch over. San Francisco Tower, good evening, United 457, holding short, runway 28 left, ready for departure. Before takeoff, checklist, please.
United 457, San Francisco Tower, runway 28 left, winds 210 at 11, gusting 17, fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, United 457. Check, flap set for takeoff.
Stabilizer trim.
Stabilizer trim, checked, set. That should be pretty much it. Stabilizer trim, checked, set.
12545,
Before takeoff checklist complete.
All right, we are out of here. And again, you're going to see my own night lighting edits when we get out of here, so don't blame Laminar if you don't like them. I'm running my own night lighting edits along with Fly with Lua. Been working on these for those that are unable to get the reshade working. And these are looking pretty good. All right, stable, Toga. Thrust set. Airspeed's active.
80 knots.
Check. Throttle hold. We're stable through 80.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. Alright, so from 400 again.
400.
So I can check out the night lighting edits. So Westler, they want us 230 knots max on a speed above 2,000. We're already well above 520, which is what we needed.
United 457, contact NorCal departure on 120.9er.
Contact NorCal departure 120.9er, United 457, good night. NorCal departure, good evening, United 457 with you, climbing through 2100 for 3000, inbound Westler heading 286. So they want us above 2000 at Westler, we're 2300 already.
United 457, NorCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 12000, turn right heading 310, direct Westler when able, then continue on course.
Yeah, we're direct Westler, we're already at Westler right now. Climb maintain 12000, right to 310, direct Westler, then is filed, United 457. Westler's right here, we're 2 miles out, right in front of us. And we're right on the button on these charts, heading 284. Flaps 1, speed check. Looks like we got some clouds. I wonder if it's going to open up so we can get a view out that left window. Flaps up, speed check. And that is Westler. We're inbound Port Hay. That's going to be 146.
United 457, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb, maintain flight level 220, United 457. Right on the button. I thought we were going to get a view out that window, and the clouds just kind of sucked us in. Looks like we're starting to get above it right here, the layer. A little bit of light down there. In between the cloud, not as good as I thought it was going to be, though. So we're on a 250 knot climb out now that we passed Westler. We went from 230 to 250. We're swinging around to head Port Hay, head 132. What are we looking at? We got 330 miles to LA. And hopefully the view in is going to be a lot better than the view on the way out. And that's going to be 32 now. The moon makes these clouds look pretty wicked. Oh, we got some lights out in the distance in Oakland over there. San Jose. We're coming up on 10. How are we looking here? Pressure's coming up nicely. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. N1, N2, EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations, fuel flow is all looking pretty good, as well as our hydraulics. Oh, there's some city lights down there. And again, those are my lights that you're looking at, so if you don't like it, that's on me. I don't know if the camera's picking those up. We got a little left coming up here. You'll probably get a view then. And Port Hay, we should have 13.7 on the fuel. We're 13.9 right now. We're 4 miles out. Holding 9.4 on the fuel when we get into LA.
Climb and maintain flight level 290.
Climb, maintain flight level 290, United 457. Yeah, you should have a view here. Get my head out of the way on this turn coming up, and we're going to be inbound Sussy. That's going to be 120. I don't know if you can pick us up on the chart. We're right here over Port Hay with that little magenta triangle, and we're inbound Sussy now.
This airport opened in 1942 as an emergency landing field for military aircraft during World War II. Today, it's a favorite stop for general aviation pilots, thanks to its stunning location right next to the Pacific Ocean. The airport is known for its foggy mornings. Pilots love the challenge, and photographers love the moody atmosphere. Every October, the airport hosts the Pacific Coast Dream Machine Show, where you can see everything from vintage planes to classic cars, and even steam tractors.
Wow, nice. I should have them on my roof. That would easily power my garage and the flight deck and all that stuff. And my backyard faces the southern sky, so it gets the sun all day long. So I can have them on the back part of the roof. You wouldn't even see them from the front of the house.
United 457, contact Oakland Center on 119.475.
I contact Oakland Center on 119.475, United 457. Good night. Oakland Center, good evening. United 457 with you. Climbing through 17.2 for flight level 290. Inbound Sussy heading 120.
United 457, Oakland Center, good evening.
And that should be coming into range now. And we'll get on standard pressure and cross-check that. How we looking here? Pressure is coming up nicely now. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. N1, N2, EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations, fuel flow. All looking pretty good, as well as our hydraulics. All in all, pretty nice run. And we're going to let them run around. Weather's pretty nice. I don't know, I might take a little bit of color out of the lighting down there.
Climb and maintain flight level 330.
Climb and maintain flight level 320. United 457. That's good. And that clears us up to cruise. I'm going to give you a quick left, and then we're going to come back, give you a view of the lights out that window. Those are my night lighting edits that are down there, so if you don't like that, that's on me. But I'm using Fly with Lua to give me the little added effect. I may take a little bit of color out of that, though. All right, let's head on back now. Hopefully you have a good view of that. And they're available down in the description. You want to go grab them. They're freeware. You know, they're on xplane.to. I have a couple of versions in there. I have, oh, the lights down there to the right look nice too. I have two sets in there. I have Fly with Lewis set for those that can't run or don't want to run reshade for some reason. There's a Fly with Lewis set. That's what I'm using right now. And then I also have a reshade set of lights in there that a whole bunch of people are using. I think we're closing in on 20,000 downloads. So a lot of people have at least tried it if they're not using them themselves. So I never thought they would be that popular though, but goes to show you, who knows. But the links of both of them are down below. So if you use reshade, you'll be able to use the reshade version. If you don't, you should be able to run Fly with Lua if you're not running it already, and then just add the script and the lights that I worked on. Relatively easy to do. How we looking here? Pressure is coming up nicely. Temperature's still nice and comfortable back there. And we are inbound Sussy. So we've got Sussy to eBay. eBay puts us at the end of the SID out of San Francisco. And I think 14 miles after that, we're going to be on the arrival into LA at Burglar. So we're not going to be up here very long. And in the real world, United did this ride an hour and 28 minutes. Right now, it's 25 minutes from the gate, 11 minutes from the runway. And we're looking at, what, 40 minutes? 40 minutes. 40 miles will be at cruise, 290 to go to LA. It is 6:20. We're due in at 7:07. So another 47 minutes. We're on our way down. And that puts us at 112. That puts us in a little bit early. And on that we're coming in like the space shuttle. We're gonna bump that up. So far, nice uneventful ride. And we started from an originator flight, cold and dark, up through just about cruise. We're cruising at 330. We're at 26,000 right now, climbing. Another, what, 4 or 5 minutes we'll be at cruise.
Contact radar 134.25.
3425, flight 2446 today.
Accepting 0212, Pacific Airlines, flight on heading 130, heading plan to start with 40.
Heading 130 and heading plan level 240, record 6021.
Yeah, I think up next on my upgrade list is going to be my televisions. I still want to get these updated. These are closing in on 11 years old. They're getting a little tired. It's going to be about $6,500 for 385 inch to replace these. But they come, the newer monitors come with that adjustable variable hertz or frame rate. These don't have them, they're locked. 24, 25, 30, 60, that's pretty much it. So I should see less flickers and stutters with the new monitors, I would think. 21.
After about direct to Zibo, then we continue on the mic 677, so it's 242.
$58, $59 knot crosswind whacking us right now, not helping us at all.
Good afternoon, Air India 1941, passing level 167, descending level 160.
172,
Some city lights, but not much. Some way out in the distance there. Some just about right down the glass shield. That is pretty much it. That should be coming to range now.
Radar to go to 01 request direct. Operator request direct visit in the hotel.
Go to 01 and take direct to the stay down there.
Direct visit in the hotel to go to 01.
Okay, 6021 cancel ending right turn taxi to unfixed.
Right turn unfixed, record 6021.
Hollister is basically right off to our left for those that may know the area. Let's see, 117.3. Let's see if Salinas is putting out. Yeah, we're 85 miles out of Salinas. All right. Nope, you put the wrong frequency in there, Junior.
Accepting 021, contact radar 132.8.
1328, record 6021.
10 miles out of Salinas, basically right here, 1 o'clock position. We're running adjacent of jet route, was that 126? And we're inbound eBay. And we'll pick up jet 1, but we're jet route 1, but we ain't gonna be there long. Not at all.
1,000 to go.
All right, that sound means we're coming up on cruise. We're cruising at 33,000 feet today. Let's have a peek here. The pressure's come up beautifully. The temperature back there is nice and comfortable. N1, N2, EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibration, fuel flow looking good. Hydraulics looking pretty good. We are looking at About 250 miles to LA. We're going to get in at 7:07. Right now it is 6:26, so we got about half hour. So, right. That's all looking pretty good. So from cold and dark, doing an originator flight up through cruise, pretty much flawless. And we're going to start our descent in about 130 odd miles. About 15 minutes. We'll start down.
The 1727 heavy continues ground flight level 170. Heavy flight level 170,
Dear guests, the cabin crew will now begin the snack and beverage service. We invite you to
And
enjoy
that should be
our
coming into
complimentary
range.
and refreshing soft drinks. After the service, selected items from the United Airlines shop will be available for your browsing. Thank you for flying with us today.
Oh, now we get to cruise, the boring part of the ride. Basically, we're just going to monitor the systems, the fuel, and then program the arrival on the back end. That's pretty much it. And let's see, 117.1. 86 miles. So we should be in LA's airspace in about 86 miles. That puts us at, was it Avenue? Hard to see that text. It's so small. Avenal. Avenal? That's what it looks like to me. It's hard to see. But we'll be in LA's airspace in 80 odd miles. No, we've been pretty good. I had one big one the other day, just come out of nowhere. The right screen just froze and stayed there for about 3 or 4 seconds. I was beginning to think it locked up, and then all of a sudden it just popped back up. So I don't know. That might be coming from NVIDIA's drivers, I'm thinking. Matter of fact, I haven't checked for new drivers in a while. I may do that after this ride. See if they put out anything new. I would think that the drivers would start to get a little bit better now that AI's had them for a little while working on them. Some city lights out in the distance here. Camera may not be picking them up. And a whole stream out there about 11 o'clock. Just coming into view. Alright, we're coming up on Sussy. Sussy, we should have 11.5 on the fuel. We're 11.6. We're still 3 miles out, though. Fuel's holding at 9. When we get into LA, we got 230 miles left to go. And we've got just about 110 to top of descent. And we are now inbound eBay. That's 118. So 50 miles will be at the end of the SID out of San Fran. And then 14 miles after that, we're going to be on the arrival into LA. Yeah, no flickers lately. And let's have a peek at the back end. I got all this programmed in already, but we'll double check it. Iron Man 2. We did extend the down window to give you a better view of the night lighting on the way back into LA. Alright, Alright, Crowley is looking good. That is in. That is in. Alright, Crowley. 280 at mupped. Between, that looks good. 20 and 24. 19 and 23 for gripper. 16, 20. 14, 17 on the run. Ironman 12, 16. Simone is going to be 250 now. We're going to slow. 12 and 13. That looks good. Base 240 knots above 9. That's in. Juice between 8 and 9. That's looking good. We're going to slow to 240. Oh, we should be at 240 by then. Then we're going to slow to 210 at Cliffy. Cliffy 210. 7 and 8. Deja. Deja is usually where we'd make that right-hand turn to head into 24. But we're going to head out to Gatto, and then we're going to swing all the way around and come in 25. That should ease up some of the taxi we're going to have to do. All right, Deja, 210 at 6, Gadu. Then we're going to pick up VP 563, and then we're into Honda. And Honda's going to be above 36. Matter of fact, let me get you in here now that you're up anyway. Let's get to the fixed page. Give me Gadu, G-A-D-D, is that O? O, Gadu. And we've got an outbound heading of 071. Get you in as well.
Control, good evening, 722. Go ahead, 722.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's looking good. What are we coming in at here? We'll be coming in at $146 this ride, just about. Alright, that's in range. Alright, that's all looking pretty good. And we've got gate 70 Alpha. I believe that's in Terminal 7.
Hey, Captain Michael. Would you like anything to drink or a small snack while we're cruising?
No, nothing for me, thank you. I have to go take my meds in a little while. Let me have my 1 through 8, right? Terminal 7's. That was 70 Alpha, yeah. We're right in the corner of Terminal 7. We're basically right in the corner of the building there. Alright, so that's all looking pretty good. So about 30 odd miles, we should be in LA's airspace. Quiet person, how's it going, man? Welcome back, brother. Hope you're having a good one. How are we looking? Just about 70 miles we're going to start down. Just about 190 left to go. Pressure's holding nicely. Temperature's nice and comfortable. We're looking pretty good. That's in range now. Just about 8 or 9 minutes we're going to start our descent into LA. And we're due in about a half an hour. That still puts us about 9 to 10 minutes early, actually, than the real ride. I don't know if you're picking up some of the night lighting out there now that the clouds have dissipated. That looks pretty cool. Matter of fact, let's hit that again. We're going to hit a little bit to the left and then we'll come back. You should get a view out that left window. It's not as thick as like you would see in LA, but that looks pretty cool. And again, I'm using my own night lighting, so if you don't like that, that's on me. And I'm using Fly with Lua along with it. There's a link for that down below if you want to grab them and give them a try. They're fairly new. I've been basically using reshade lights for a very long time now. They got close to 20,000 downloads. They actually look pretty nice. But some people can't run reshade. They're having issues with it, so they asked me if I can set them up another way. That's probably the best that I could do is with Fly with Lua. Alright, let's head direct into eBay now. And we're heading into Burglar. That's going to be 36. So you got a choice. You can run reshade if you run reshade lighting, or you can run Fly with Lua if you don't want to run reshade, or if you're unable to run reshade. Some people it just crashes X-Plane, so they're not able to run it. Me, I've been fortunate. I have reshade. I'm able to run it on all three of my computers. Once I have the Fly with Lua light set up pretty good, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a combo. I'm going to run Fly with Lua lights with reshade and see what that gives me. That might give me an additional punch.
Contact Oakland Center on 132.8.
Contact Oakland Center 132.8, United 457. Good night. I'm surprised we're not going to be on their frequency long. Oakland Center, good evening, United 457 with you, flight level 330, inbound Burglar heading 136. And we're going to be leaving their airspace like any minute now.
United 457, Oakland Center, good evening.
Good evening. Alright, let's bring up that chart. We're going to be on there momentarily. Iron Man 2. And we're going to follow the charts in like we usually do. Say Intentions likes to play every now and then and gets mixed up. So we are going to follow the charts like we usually do. How are we making out of here? Another 45 miles. We're going to start down. Just about 165 left to go. And we're coming up on Burgle. Burgle, we should have 10.8 on the fuel with 10.8 right now. Holding 9-1 when we get into LA, 165 to go. Like I said, 45 miles, we're on our way down. Another 6 minutes. We'll begin our descent. Pressure's holding nicely. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. N1, N2, EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations, fuel flow's looking good, as well as hydraulics. All in all, a beautiful run, and that's Burgle. That puts us on the arrival into LA. And we are inbound Crowley.
United 457, contact Los Angeles Center on 128.37.
Is LA. Contact LA Center on 128.375, United 457. Good night. LA Center, good evening, United 457 with you, flight level 330, inbound, do it, heading 136.
United 457, Los Angeles Center, good evening.
All right. That's coming into range now. All in all, nice uneventful ride. Yeah, full flight deck. I think the only thing that I'm really missing, well, there's two things, but I don't know if any company that makes a HUD that I could put here, is a motorized throttle quad. When I purchased this throttle quad from Flightdeck Solutions, along with the rest of the flight deck, the whole flight deck is from Flightdeck Solutions. They owned a company, a sub-company, I guess, called JetMax. So I had their JetMax installed into the flight deck. They since sold this part of the company. So, and I've tried saving up a couple of times for the motorized quad, but life itself just doesn't want to seem to cooperate. So we will try once again. Well, I'm in the process of doing it again. $30 miles. We're on our way down now. Give them a few more minutes and we'll get them back in their seats. It would be nice if I had room. My ceiling is too low. I'm in the garage, and the ceiling I think is like 7.5 feet, 8 feet, and the top of this flight deck is like 7 foot at the back, where the breaker panels would be. So I don't have the room to put it on a 6-way DOF, or else that would be really nice. But I do sit 2.5 feet off the ground on this deck, because the linkage for everything that's linked under here between the captain and the first officer is all underneath the flight deck. This is all flat, the deck, with the exception of the rudder pedals.
I-76, 33711. Good to get one.
All right, we're coming up on Do It. Do It, we should have 10.5 on the fuel. We've got 10.5. Holding 9-1 when we get into LA. We've got just about 135 left to go. 20 miles, we're going to start down. Give them another minute or two, and then we'll lock them in their seats. And we are inbound Crowley. That's 131.
United 457, descend via Ironman 2 to 6,000 Burgle, transition into Los Angeles. Altimeter 3003.
A descent via the Ironman 2 to 6,000 Burgle, transition into LA. Altimeter 30.03 for United 457. All right, so we go down to 6, and they gave us 29, 30.03. So the pressure is identical from when we had the weather report earlier. Pressure was 30.03 as well. So not much change. And we're going to start down in another 14 miles. Give them another minute. We'll get them locked in their seats. And we should be on that moving map section here within the next 15 miles, I'd say. Nice. I wish I was good at doing 3D printing and all that stuff. I've seen a few individuals that made some 3D stuff that looks absolutely amazing. That's coming into range now. But yeah, I purchased this, it's got to be close to 11 years now. And I actually had Steve Kaz, who's one of the owners of Flightdeck Solutions, him and his brother Pete. He was down here and he helped me put this together. We put this together in a week. It came like an IKEA kit, right? The pedestal itself was like one piece, already built and tested. The throttle quad was one section, it was already tested. The MIP was all one piece with the yoke and rudder pedals already mounted onto the deck. And then the rest of the deck came in another 4 sections or 5 sections. The forward overhead came in one piece, already built, tested. Same for the aft overhead. And then we just had to put it all together. The biggest pain was putting it all together was the actual shell itself, the inside and the outside. Everything else in here was pretty easy. And back then I spent $100,000. So right now I have a friend of mine, individual that I know that just purchased one of these from Flightdeck Solutions, and they paid over $350,000. They have a 737, they have a MAX, I have a 737 NG, which represents the 6 through 900 series as well as the BBJ. So, but he's got the motorized throttle quad, you know, all the bells and whistles. So, but that'll give you an idea on just how much this type of hobby costs nowadays if you don't have the ability to do this stuff yourself. So with that, we're on our descent now. That's 50 minutes from the gate, 36 minutes from the runway, and we've got 1:15 left to go. And you know what? Let's get them back in their seats. So Crowley, they want us below 29 and above 26. Right now we're 31 descending. And we're on a 280 knot descent into LA. We're coming in like the space shuttle. But I'll tell you, having the flight deck in here 11 years, that's a testament to the quality of their workmanship, of their hardware. I haven't changed much in here at all. I changed a few Hall effect sensors in the MIP, right? I swapped out some monitors. I mean, 11 years, I can't complain about the monitors, right? I added backlighting to the Jetmax throttle quad. The new one that comes from Flightdeck Solutions has motorized. It has stepper motors. They're all lit up the way they should be. But this was a Jetmax from 11 years ago. I added the backlighting. I didn't have to, but I think this just looked a little bit better. And I changed the controller board in here to a Leo Bodner card. And I swapped out all the Hall effect sensors that were in here. Since I was in here, I might as well just get it done. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I swapped out a couple of power supplies. That's it. Everything else is basically just the way it came. Pretty cool. So their quality is second to none. And I've had people that purchase from other companies like Flight Sim Center. I don't remember the name of the other one because they've been in my flight deck. And using my switches and buttons, they can tell the difference. He's like, whoa, the first time he touched these buttons that locked, these are the actual switches. They could tell the difference immediately. The quality that were in these. And that's why they're still here 11 years later. So I believe you get what you pay for, and this was worth every single penny. No doubt about it. For my regulars, you know, I don't get out much. I'm on oxygen, so I'm a former 9/11 first responder from New York when the terrorists attacked the World Trade Center. It was unfortunate, but for the first week we were there, we didn't even have a face mask, so we were breathing in a lot of garbage. As a result, I've lost a couple of organs to cancer, have some breathing issues, a whole bunch of stuff going on, so I don't get out much. So I have this, and I have television. I mean, unless I want to go sit in the pool or jacuzzi, but can only do that for so long, right? So this is a godsend. So this takes up a lot of time. Even if I only get one ride in here, it's whatever the ride is from beginning to end, plus it's a half an hour prior to that getting the flight set up from FlightAware and then setting everything up for YouTube. So that takes up a big part of my day. So it keeps me from getting bored. So this is great. I thank the Cos brothers every day I step in the garage. So if there is a ringing every day, that's coming from me. And I tell you, it's still amazing. They have not forgotten the enthusiasts for the most part. Flightdeck Solutions has pretty much moved on to the commercial area. You know, they're working with like Southwest Airlines, NASA, GE&E, same company that built this. And yet they still have the time to answer a question. If I got a problem and I write Steve, I get an answer within a couple of hours, which is pretty amazing. So their tech support is second to none. And I've been doing this over 11 years, so pretty cool. And the funny thing is, the only reason why I went with Flightdeck Solutions way back when was the exchange rate between the US dollar and the Canadian buck, right? It would cost me a lot more money if I was to deal with Europe. And man, was that a great decision, because these guys are grade A, AAA, top notch, man. There's none better out there. You want to get better than this, you got to get into the multi-million-dollar sims. So I really lucked out. Someone definitely pointed me in the right direction and steered me to this company. No doubt about it. And it's not like I'm rich. I'm on a fixed income. I saved for 15 years to buy this flight deck. When all my friends were out having fun, going out and having a blast, I was home. That's probably why I didn't get married until I was 39. Priorities, right? My friends have beer bellies to show for their money spent. I have my flight deck. So I think I win. My neighbors think I'm nuts, though. All my neighbors that came in here to see this. First question out of all their mouths: do you actually use this? And they find it hard to believe that I'm in here every day. So, but they know, my wife has told all of them, if you don't see the car out front, because my wife does all the driving now, I don't drive anymore, she chauffeurs me around. If the car's not out front and they need to get to me, they know to bang on the garage door, because I won't hear the bell in the house. That's how much time I spend in here. I think I probably have more time in the garage than I do in my actual home, outside of sleeping. Pretty cool. All right, we're coming up on biking. They want us between 16 and 20. We're at 18.8 descending. We should have 10-1 on the fuel. We're 10-1 on the fuel. 9-2 when we get in. Our contact Southern Cal approach 124.5, United 457. Good night. How we looking here? Pressure's come down beautifully. Temperature's still nice and comfortable back there. Southern Cal approach, good evening, United 457 with you, descending through 18,000 for 6,000, inbound run heading 133. And let's get on local pressure and cross-check that. As a matter of fact, let's get set on the back end here. We know we've got...
Altimeter 3003, expect the ILS runway 25 left approach into Los Angeles. Let me know you've got information, Delta.
25 left, and we have Delta.
At our 1 o'clock, about 14 miles...
Yeah, United 457, altimeter 30.03. We can expect the ILS runway 25 left approach into LA. And we have information, Delta, United 457.
Modern architecture, kind of like if a spaceship...
All right, that's 33, and we inbound run. We should have 10-1. We're 10-1, 9-2, we get in. 65 miles left to go. And run, they want us between 14 and 17. We're 16.6. Pretty much right on the button. We're 280 knot descent. And let me have you now. We're looking at, that is set, decision height is a deuce, cross-check that, that's a deuce, local pressure, and local pressure, that's looking pretty good. We are holding at SMO, are we not? No, we're not, yeah. Oh, yes, we are, we're holding at SMO, that is absolutely correct, at 2,000. We're looking at 251 on the course. And the frequency is 1099. 1099. And you can come on up. So we are good. I already have terrain set up and auto breaker set up. We're looking pretty good. And I already have our gate assignment. We're good there. Iron Man, between 12 and 16, we're at 14, 280 knots. Fuel, 10-1, 10-1, 9-3, hold them when we get in. So fuel's not going to be a problem unless I can't put it down, and pressure's come down beautifully. Oh man, the lighting down there looks great. I may be a little biased because, you know, I'm using my own night lighting headers, but man, they look good. I think we're going to have a nice view once we get below this layer. All right, we're slowing at 250 knots at Simon. Let's give you a little speed break. We'll help you along here, Louis. And then at base, we're going to go to 240 knots. Between 12 and 13, we're passing 13 right now. We're still a mile and a half out. Still holding 10-1 on the fuel. We're still 10-1, 9-3 when we get in. Just about 50 left to go. And we're at 250 knots. We're passing Simon right now. Right on the button. We're inbound based 127. And we're going to slow to 240 next. And they want us 9,000 or above. Oh, that looks great out that left window. Oh, thanks for stopping by, John. I didn't see you sneak out and check back out of here, man. I hope you have a great rest of your day, brother.
Roger, sir. Stand by. And climbing flight level 350 now.
4 a.m. Oh, Freds, I didn't even see you sneak in here, brother. Hope you have a good one. I missed a lot of text here this go around. Yeah, Freddy's, I suffered for 15 years saving for this bad boy. But you know what? When my friends were out getting into trouble, I was home, not getting into trouble. So it was a good side to that as well. Should have a good view of the lights coming up here on this left. We're going to do that right now. And we're coming up on 10. Let's get it lit up. And you are set there. We're looking pretty good. So we're at 10,600 descending. They want us above 9 at base. We're still 3 miles out, so we're looking pretty good here. We'll let that come down to 240 now. Hopefully you're starting to get the lights down there on the left. There's LA Airport. A little bit of a wrinkle there, not so much as a flicker. Almost looks like there was a Hertz issue there. Not so much frame rate. I don't know if you can see that. That looks pretty cool. And again, my own night lighting, so if you don't like it, that's on me. But if you do like them, want to give them a try, it's the Fly with Lewis set that's down in the description there. I also run reshade.
Our assigned gate is Terminal 7, Gate 721A. Thank you for your cooperation and for flying with United Airlines today.
And you can come on back now. 10-knot tailwind finally helping us along here this run. What are we holding at this ride? We're holding at a deuce, right? We're good down to 6 at Gadu. All right, 8 and 9 at Juice. We're at 8,200 descending. We're still half a mile out. We should have 9.9 on the fuel. We're 9.9 on the fuel. 9.2 holding when we get in. 35 miles left to go. We're going to swing out, make a U-turn, and come in at 2.5 right. Since we're at Terminal 7, Gate 70 Alpha. Instead of doing that long taxi, we're going to cross on over. Normally, they'd come into 2.4 right. All right, speed's coming down to 210 now. Nicely done. They want us between 7 and 8. We're 7,500. Coming up on Cliffy. So the flight management computer's had this ride since 400 feet and has performed beautifully. And in the real world, United 457 did this ride hour and 28 minutes. Right now it's an hour and 4 from the gate. 49 from the runway, 30 miles left. And we're inbound Deja. Deja is a shortcut we would take in, but we're going to go all the way out so we have a nice view coming in. Burbank out to the left. And let's get some flaps out. We'll get the nose down, give you a better view out the front. Give me flaps 1, speed check. We're going to take it. We're coming in at a $146 this ride.
Unrestricted level 110, speed 280 knots, giant 9447. Cafe 2065, flight level 340.
5 on the flaps, speed check. And that's going to be flaps 10. So we're holding 6,000 right now until we get past Gadu. And let's bring up that arrival.
United 457, turn right, heading 075, vectors to the ILS runway 25.
Yeah, see, they're turning us at Deja. We're going to go all the way out. All right, to 075, vectors for the ILS runway 25 right, left approach for United 457. Got a couple of rights coming up, should give you a real good view out that right window.
United 457, turn right, heading 075.
Right, 075, United 457. Like I said, we're going to follow the charts in. We're going to take that longer straight-in approach coming into 25 left, get a nicer view of the night lighting edits. And we're going to be swinging a right-hand turn from VP 463 into Honda. And then Honda, we're going to head on down.
East 6752, contacts 126.1. 126.1, Chinese 6752, good day. Good day. Seven, climb Palazzo 400. On 400, 57.
Deuce, yes.
970, proceed activation. Static Ocean, Ocean 970.
United 457, turn right, heading 205, descend and maintain 3000.
Turn right, heading 205, descend and maintain 3000, United 457. Yeah, we're getting ready to turn right now.
Time to start level 250, cancel speed restriction.
Climb level 250, cancel level restriction.
All right, here comes our first right. Basically making a U-turn here. Night lighting looks pretty wicked from here.
Shuttle 558, climb level 300.
Level 300, shuttle 558.
Shuttle 657, time to start level 160.
Level 160, cancel 657.
All right, we're inbound Honda. And we're looking at 236 on a miss now. And we are holding at a deuce, I said, right? Yes. All right, that's looking good.
Shuttle 558, good afternoon, climbing level 130.
Shuttle 558, good afternoon.
We should be below this in just a little bit.
Level 250, shuttle 558.
Hey. And one more right coming up here. Boy, we're in the thick of it now, huh? Didn't look that bad coming down. Oh, that looks wicked.
United 457, turn right, heading 245.
And again, naturally, the weather doesn't seem to match with X-Plane. Let's pick up the localizer. Actually, we could even pick up the approach.
United 457,
We have the gear.
5 miles from Big E, turn right heading 275.
See, they're turning us right, 275. We're already on final.
Localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 25 left approach.
Turn right heading 275, descend and maintain 1900 till established on a localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 25 left approach. United 457. And 15 on the flap speed check. Let's slow all the way up now.
57, contact Los Angeles Tower on 120.905.
I'll go into LA Tower 120.905, United 457. Good night. 25 on the flap speed check. LA Tower, good evening. United 457 with you. 10-mile final runway 25 left. And flaps 30. And you should not show extended. Highlights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear, flaps, and they have been notified.
Cleared to land.
I clear to land 25 left, United 457. Pretty cool ride, all in all. Got to take a look at the color that's out there. I don't know if I'm going to dim that down a little bit more. Looks pretty decent though. We'll see what it looks like on the big screen. So the auto flight system has had this ride since 400 feet. We'll take it at 1,000. It's performed beautifully.
Good afternoon, on climb level 10. Singapore 803, good afternoon, 100-250.
Beautiful ride. What a great view.
Cathay 433, contact approach. 1 today. Decimal 1, Cathay 433 today.
1,000.
My bird, I've got control. I hope you enjoyed today's ride. This is another good one.
KLAX 5391, contact approach, 1 today. Hello, landed at 1, FedEx 5391.
500. 400. 300. Approaching minimums. 200 minimum.
Continue.
1988 request.
100.
Prepare for landing.
Level up to flight level 350.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Welcome to LA. Pretty cool ride. I really didn't notice a whole bunch of flickers, so if YouTube seems to add that into my video, I noticed a couple of them are like that. That's coming from them, not me. Going to ground 121.75, United 457. Good night.
22, contact approach 12785, goodbye. 785, 42.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Los Angeles. Did you know that Los Angeles is home to the largest urban park in the United States, Griffith Park, which is larger than Central Park in New York? Thank you for flying with United Airlines today. Please remain seated.
Los Angeles ground, good evening, United 457 with you. Hotel 7. Hotel looking to go to Terminal 7, 70 Alpha. Right, what are we? Yeah, we're on Hotel Intersection, Hotel 7.
Departing at 1:15 p.m. from Gate 52. Flight 365 to Chicago.
Los Angeles ground, not clear what you said. Say again.
From Gate 56.
United 457, holding short, Hotel 7, Hotel Intersection. Looking to go to Terminal 7, Gate 70 Alpha. APU is up. Let's get on APU, and let's just say we waited a minute, and we can even kill 2.
Taxi to Terminal 7, Gate 70 Alpha via Hotel Juliet Bravo, Bravo 2.
Clear the taxi to Terminal 7, Gate 70 Alpha via Hotel Juliet Bravo, Bravo 2 for United 457. All right, Juliet's right up here. We're making a right on Juliet, and that's an hour and 2 minutes, gate to runway to runway. 1:17 from the gate. They did this ride in 1:28. So we got 11 minutes to get to the gate, which probably would have taken us 11 minutes if we came in on the other side. So we might be a little bit early. All right, they gave us Juliet Bravo. And we are cleared across.
001, we have Tango 422.
Electric and hydraulics should be next. This is Juliet, Juliet to Bravo.
Emirates 943, good afternoon, Jamaica contact.
Thank you.
And we got the first right on Bravo. And we've got Bravo to Bravo 2, Bravo 3, Bravo 2. Bravo 2, that is absolutely wrong. We got this down to Charlie 6, actually hydraulics, yep. I don't know where they're sending us. Oh, they're sending us all the way down to United, down in the corner. We're at Terminal 7 now. That's not Terminal 7.
422, this is United 5,000.
5,000, 422. Good afternoon, Arabia 331, maintaining level 3.
Oh, thanks, John. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm glad you like the lighting, John. Yeah, I got to go take a look on the big screen. I've been fooling around with lights for years, trying to get them looking decent. I absolutely do not like Laminar's lights. They look like an orange-yellow glow with some white tucked in, and that's it. With some big light bulbs. They look like balloons. That's why I like flying at night. It looks closer to real than the daytime. Although 2024 looks pretty good too, but their airports just stink. Alright, we're making a left in here. And our gate's open, look at that. And that's one thing I can't figure out. It would be nice if Zibo actually, whoever's working on the aircraft now, would fix the taxi light. I can't change that size for nothing. All the other lights I've been able to work on, except those. It's the only thing that destroys the view. They're using version, I guess the aircraft that they're using, that they're keeping up to date, is from X-Plane 10. That's the lighting that it's using. And we're right here in the corner, 70 Alpha.
To deviation 663, still radar contact. Maintain flight level 350, Terror Papa 559 Alpha.
What a great ride. All right, you're off. Anti-collision. Let him run around. Let's get set up at the gate.
Thank you, bye.
I thought we were moving. It's the gate moving. GPU set the chocks. ASU doors. All right, chocks are in position. We could lose the brake. Ground power is available. We're going to get on ground. Confirm with the AC selector. We're going to get set for unconditioned air. Don't need the APU. Don't need the fuel pumps. Don't need galley power. Hydraulic pumps. And TCAS to stand by. And that's basically it. She's ready for the next crew to come in and take over for the next ride. And from gate to gate, that's 121 with the shutdown. So we're a few minutes early, but all in all, it was a great ride. I hope you guys enjoyed the view, and as always, I enjoyed the company and the conversation, my friends. So I appreciate you stopping by and spending some time with me. With that, I don't know if I'm going to get another run in. I'm hoping maybe, but I don't think so. But if I do, I'll see you later on tonight. If not, I'll be back tomorrow for sure. With that, have a great rest of your day or evening, my friends.
Friday 1942, fly, climb to fly level 170. 170, we are now heading of 345. Area 1942, track direct to Stodeck. Direct to Stodeck, area 194.
KC-8 Victor Kilo, thrust direct to Egmont.
Direct Egmont to KC Victor Kilo.
Laminar T124, maintain flight level 340. Laminar 124, ready, contact maintain flight level 340. KC-8 Victor Kilo, وكلا maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360 to 38 Victor Kilo.
Okay, Salam alaikum, good afternoon, Sky by 7, Golf Echo, take flight level 400. Sky by 7, Golf Echo, ready, contact 400.
Qatari 78 Romeo, continuing on standard level 330.
Continuing climbing, flight level 330, Qatari 78 Romeo.